All right, so today I bought some new Mickey Thompson tires for my F-150. I got 305, 55 on 20, and they're the Baja Boss AT. I used to have the Baja Boss ATZ, but they discontinued those tires. So currently, I actually had a blowout the other week, and so I bought, just one and then bought the next one. So I have two now up front. And I noticed that the tread on the sidewall is much more aggressive than the ATZ. And so the tread is actually so close to the upper control arm, meaning the knuckle, that I myself just want to put spacers in just to be a little more comfortable. Plus, it gives it a little bit more stance, if you like that thing. But I just, balling on a budget, and I'm not going to spend the money on wheels. So I figured I'd get some spacers, give me a little more clearance. And yeah, so let me show you what those look like, and we'll go from there. So I got the 1/2 inch 5 or 6 spacers. So right there, 1/2 inch 5 and 6 lug wheel and brake spacer kit. American Trucks. This isn't a sponsored video. Just bought them from American Trucks, So there's my 4. So yeah. All right, you guys. So these are the old tires, the Mickey Thompson Baja ATZ 305/55. You can see the sidewall on them. Not too bad, right? Still an aggressive looking tire, but tamed down. Now here's the new Baja Boss AT that replaces the ATZ because they discontinued them. Look at how much more aggressive that sidewall is. So what happened is, if you look on the inside, oops, try not to bang you around here. Right there is my upper control arm. You see how close that is? It's not, I mean, it touches, but it's not enough to really do anything. I would feel more comfortable with some more space in between. So I'm going to show you guys how and what the difference is going to be when we're done here. Another thing I want to pay attention to is just the spacing and the offset that it's going to do. So currently, if you look, I mean, so you're looking almost right down the vehicle. And I'm inward still. So we'll see what this does. All right, guys, I'm gonna set you up there and we'll fast forward through this part. All right, so we got the tire off. So now it's just a matter of figuring out. Well, there you go. That was pretty easy. So all it does is it just sandwiches in between your hub and your wheel. So I got the Bilsteins, still factory upper control arm, which you can see it's kind of, that metal's not painted anymore. I bet you that was the tire rubbing on it. So good thing I did get spacers. I'm sure I could have been okay with 1/4 inch spacers, but hey, why not get the extra 1/4 inch poke while you can, right? All right, let's put this tire on and see how it looks. All right, so now you just want to tighten the bolts until you don't want to crank them tight. I recommend hand tightening, but if you got good feel on your impact wrench, set it to your lowest setting and just do it till it's snug. See, one click, that's all you need. And make sure you go in a start pattern. Right there. You don't want to over torque them. That's what your torque wrench is for. So once you hit all 6, you want to lower it, take some of the air out. You don't want all of the weight on the wheel just yet, but you don't want the wheel to spin. So go ahead and torque your wheel lugs now. 150 is what the factory spec is for F150s. See how my wheel just spun? I need to lower my vehicle a little bit. Remember, you still want a lot of the weight on the jack though. There you go. I like to go around one more time. Okay, you should be good to go. We'll lower it. All right, I just want to show you what it did so far for clearance. Oh yeah, much better. I can fit my finger through it now. There we go. So I'm still gonna go drive this around, and I got obviously 4 more to do before I show you what the final looks like, because it's towed in right now because of it just being on the lift. So you gotta let your suspension settle out before you see the final result. But still tucked in a little, so we'll see what it looks like. I got 4 more to do. I'm going to go ahead and do the back ones anyways. I know you don't have to, but I'll do that anyways, and check back in with you. I got 3 out of the 4 done already, and it dawned on me I didn't get you guys what the back tire looked like before adding a spacer on it. So this is one of the last tire that I haven't done. No spacer, no clearance issue, but no spacer. And I'll show you this side. This has a spacer now, not torqued yet, not fully sat down. I still got the jack underneath it, but this has a spacer now. You can see it's kind of flush already. Hard to, yeah, it's pretty close over there. So, all right, I'll finish up and I'll wrap up with you guys. All right, you guys, so I got them all put on. I'm gonna go give the truck a spin and I'll be back to check in with you. Cool. All right, you guys, so we're just gonna take a quick trip around the block. let the suspension settle itself out, especially in the front, and then I'll give you guys updates on what the tires look like afterwards. And I'll also give you guys a rundown of the tools. So that's another thing I want to do, and that frustrates me on YouTube, is there's a lot of people that give you guys updates and will show you how-to videos, but it feels like they only show you like 60% of the video. So that's a goal of mine, is to show everybody how to exactly do things and give you guys up close, good looking videos. But bear with me, because you know, this is my first video ever, so we'll see how it goes, you know, and hopefully I'll learn along the way, and you guys will teach me also, and I'll teach you, and yeah, we'll help grow the channel. So awesome, thanks guys. All right, so I try to park it in relatively the same spot. You can already kind of see it, at least in person you can. I'm sure the video it's kind of hard. You can see it pokes out a little bit more, or at least maybe what I'm used to. And yeah, it does. It's almost flush up top. That sidewall is like right there. So these are factory lariats. I believe their offset is a plus 44. So, you know, I could have fixed this problem if I just bought new wheels and went to like a 0 offset or anything negative. Then I would have ran into possibly messing with that. Plus I just didn't have the budget for new wheels versus $60 spacers. And yeah, so there's the clearance again. I know I showed you this earlier, but this is the clearance after suspension has settled out. I also need to mention that I have a 2-inch strut lift on these Bilstein 6112s up front. So that obviously drops my upper control arm angle, which I have new ones, I just haven't put them in yet, so I'm waiting to get a couple more suspension parts before doing that. So I'll show you guys that eventually when I get to it. But yeah, so here's the fronts. Let me show you the rears. The rears, again, didn't have any need really to do this, but I'm doing the 2 up front. I don't know, I just figured why not do the 2 in the back. Some guys like to run just 2 of them. But yeah, you guys go. So if you guys don't have, I used a 1/2-inch impact gun. You don't have that, you can just use a normal breaker bar. And if you guys don't have a torque wrench, I recommend you getting one, but there was many years where I didn't have a torque wrench either. So, you know, as long as it's snug and you know, tight, you should be okay. But I used an extension, 1/2-inch extension, and I used a 22 mil, wherever it is. Oh, 21 mil, sorry. So yeah, told you guys I'd like to be thorough and explain everything that I'm doing on this channel, so you guys can follow along too, and hopefully save you guys some few bucks and learn a thing or two. So I guess the only other thing you would need is a jack. Up front I used actually two 2x4s, and I put those across here because of that 2-inch lift. But if you don't have a lift, I believe this would have worked without. So yeah, wrapping up, I mean, I'm sure I missed a few things, and this is my first time doing this, so learning a thing or two, and excited to be here with you guys, show you some more videos along the way. This is only the beginning, so yeah, it's hot out here too, by the way, if you can't tell. I'm drenched in sweat. So all right guys, like, subscribe, comment. I'll answer any questions you guys have. Give me some more suggestions, tips, anything. All right, thanks. I'm out of here.